on the Tennessee campus. School back in session. Started the spring semester with Austin Price, Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com. And Austin, they say you can't ever go home again. Reality is you can go home again.
You're right. And, Cade Mays is finding that all too real today, deciding to leave Georgia, come back to Knoxville, and play with his younger brother, Cooper, who is an early enrollee. They'll both be in campus or on campus and in class for this spring semester. They'll go through spring ball. We got asked in our Monday night chat, not this past Monday, but the Monday before last, over under 1.5 Mayses wearing orange next fall. I didn't answer it, but I did text Cade and Cooper. Cooper said, well, I'll be there. Cade never replied, but yet it's going to be the over. 2, as Cade Mays comes back to Rocky Top, leaving Georgia after his sophomore year to come back here and enroll as a student here at Tennessee and be a part of the football program. Cade will have to win an appeal to be eligible for this fall, but at the same time, Brent, no one thought this 2 years ago when he pulled away and showed the G, on ESPN, that he would ever be back potentially wearing orange, and yet here he is wearing orange.
It's an interesting situation in terms of what Tennessee is potentially getting when you look at the player that he is. Okay, look, I understand. Some people are always going to be mad. There's some people who don't like Doug Dickey because Doug Dickey left. Okay, I get that. If Peyton Manning's nephew goes to Ole Miss, there'll be some people still mad at Peyton because he didn't go to Ole Miss. I get all of that, but from a player standpoint, this is a get for Tennessee that, if he could win an appeal, really changes the dynamics of Tennessee in the line of scrimmage.
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, you watch how he's played at Georgia, playing predominantly at guard, but a little bit of tackle. You would think that he's probably a guard here too that can play some tackle. I mean, let's just look at Tennessee's potential offensive line next year. Obviously, Brandon Kennedy back as the 6th year as the starting center. If Trey Smith chooses to return and Cade Mays are flanking him as the guards, and then Wanye Morris and Darnell Wright and Kayron Calvert continue to grow as young tackles, then this offensive line all of a sudden is a real force when it was a real weakness 18 months ago. So that says a lot about, just the future of the program. When you can win up front in this league, then you can make strides with wins and losses, with playing for an SEC championship. It's a big deal in my mind.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt from a talent standpoint what you're getting is a big deal. The other thing, too, is when you continue to recruit in-state, look, this is another selling chip in-state that, hey, this guy, he went away. Okay, we weren't ready at the time. He didn't want to be a part of a rebuild, but in 2 short periods of time, here he is right back here, and as an in-state guy carrying the banner for the state.
Yeah, don't think that's not going to be brought up to one Jay Hardy either. The thing about Cade, obviously, he made the decision to go to Georgia. That's something that, you can't change. But he's getting the chance to come back here and represent for his family, represent by playing with his brother. If I'm a Tennessee fan, I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Not thinking, well, he turned us down 2 years ago. At the end of the day, if Jeremy Pruitt wants you on his football team, you should be excited that Jeremy Pruitt wants him on his football team.
Well, the other thing, too, is the reality for anybody who wants to look at it from a revisionist history standpoint. Had Jeremy Pruitt been on the job 6 months earlier and had 6 months to recruit him, he would have come to Tennessee to begin with.
If Jeremy Pruitt had been offered the job the day that Greg Schiano was, I think Cade Mays is wearing orange.
Yeah.
But because of the way it all went down and changing ADs and really 2 different searches out there, it just left no time for Jeremy Pruitt and company to be able to recruit Cade.
Austin, there'll be plenty of time for discussion, debate. Are they going to win an appeal? What are the chances of winning an appeal? That's not the story of the day. The story of the day, Cade Mays is on Rocky Top.
Yeah, and one of the top families in UT football is complete once again. Kevin, Melinda, Cade, Cooper, both here for the spring semester. And who knows, Brent, 14 years from now, Camp, who's weighing about 80 pounds already at 4 years old, maybe he'll wear the orange and white just like his older brothers.
For Austin Price, I'm Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com.